I'll tell you why.
What's profound about
I'll tell you why. First of all, it's profound because it's something completely counterintuitive.
There's nothing intuitive. It's not counterintuitive.
Relax, hold on.
It's common sense.
I haven't finished my point yet.
It's common sense.
I haven't finished my point yet. Number two, if a man is saying, I'm a prophet of God, and he makes prophecies, and he makes counterintuitive prophecies.
There's nothing counterintuitive about it.
It is counterintuitive if you're on your last legs.
No, there's nothing.
If Mike Tyson is in a ring with you,
there's nothing counterintuitive about it.
If Mike Tyson is in a ring with you, and he gives you a lovely combination, and you're on the ground. No. And your jaw's broken, and your shoulder's dislocated, and your leg's broken, and then somebody makes a prophecy that he's going to get up and he's going to beat Mike Tyson, then you'd probably say, look,
but that didn't happen
this guy's
in this case.
It did, absolutely it did.
We're talking about...
Absolutely it did.
We're talking about a trivial example of an empire falling and then rising and falling again.
Let me just finish.
That happens all the time in history.
Let me just finish my point.
Well, finish it then.
Okay. So, first of all, not only is it counterintuitive, but but let me just finish my point. Relax.
I'm relaxed.
Number two, had that not happened, so had the Persians actually, just relax a second, if the Persians had gone back and actually completely annihilated the Romans, because remember, these empires did fall, by the way, but they eventually fell to the Muslims, right? But the point,
all the time.
Hold on a second, right? So if the Muslims had indeed gone first and defeated the Romans, the prophecy would have failed. If the Persians had gone back and finished them off, the prophecy would have failed. Now, in reality, if that had happened, the Quran would have been falsified.
It's not 50. I don't think you understand what Abbas is saying. Abbas is saying, so the verse was actually revealed when the Romans were actually on their last legs.
Literally.
Empires.
No, but let's say someone come down right now, right, and said, let's say I said to you, in 9 years' time, Palestine are going to overthrow Israel. Saying I said that to you.
People say that might happen. It's a reasonable.
It's very unlikely.
It's highly unlikely.
I don't think it is unlikely.
And in the case Abbas is talking about, it's even further unlikely because the Romans were literally on their last legs.
In the Second World War,
No, but the point Abbas is saying is, if he gets it wrong, Islam would be finished.
That's right.
So if
you're putting all your eggs in one basket because you're giving a prophecy.
Not only is he
these prophecies are 2 a penny.
Okay, fine. Okay, that's a good. That's
2 a penny.
Okay, that's a point I'd like to refer to. That. Now let's say.
Can we give a more specific? Can we give a more specific? A more specific
prophecy.
Prophecy. That's falsifiable.
There's another component to this as well, which is that if you now make multiple prophecies and they all come true and you don't ever get anything wrong, this now becomes, on balance of probability, highly likely.
It's a probability,
well, everything is a probability.
What is it?
Everything is.
Not if it's supernatural.
Everything. Well, in life,
not if it's supernatural. It's not a probability.
Even arriving at look, you're not even allowing me to refer to what you said. Even arriving at a conclusion that something is supernatural is going to be a probabilistic analysis.
No, not if it's supernatural.
Of course it's going to be.
No, supernatural prophecies are absolute.
Tell me what prophecy could be an absolute.
I don't know. You tell me. I don't believe in prophecy.
So it's a probabilistic.
I don't believe in prophecy. I don't believe in prophecies at all.
It's going to be
Marxists.
At best.
Marxists were talking about prophecies all the time,
and they got many things wrong.
Some of them got. Some were right.
Exactly.
It must have seemed in 1917 that prophecies were coming to it was happening. The world was going to turn communist.
But is it impressive? What's your name, sorry? What's your name?
He gave it last time. I don't know.
What's your name?
Oh, Jordan.
No, I'm not giving my name.
Okay, fine.
Let's call you Mr.
Nice to meet you.
Let's call you Mr. Angry.
I'm not angry.
Wow.
I'm not angry at all.
Can we at least accept if someone's claiming to be a prophet of God and makes various prophecies,
and they all come true?
They all have to come true. If one of them
even one fault is falsified,
we wouldn't be standing here talking today about.
You haven't given me a prophecy that's come true yet.
We gave you the one about Romans.
These are trivial prophecies. They're 2 a penny.
The prophet himself made many prophecies. So, for example, he said the Bedouin.
It's like saying your prophecies are like saying sometime this year it's going to rain.
No. That's not fair, I think.
I think it's exactly
that's a very unfair way of looking at it.
I can say, I think the prophecies are so broad, they're meaningless. Well, sometimes it's going to rain, sometimes
I think
empires are going to fall.
No, that's a ridiculous claim.
Why?
No, empires will fall.
And it will rain.
No, but that's a ridiculous analogy, I think.
I don't think it is. I think Marx is talking the same way. They talk about prophecies
but they got the many things wrong, right?
Well, because some were right, some were wrong.
Yeah, but the fact that they got some wrong
shows. But it never happened.
Shows.
It never happened.
Shows.
You've been talking about religious prophecies for 500, 1,000 years.
1,400 years.
And nothing's changed. The world's getting more and more atheistic.
Look.
From my opinion, things are getting more and more atheistic.
Within the Western Hemisphere, the fastest growing religion is Islam.
That's not a prophecy.
I'm not saying. Well, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said that. I'll give you some other prophecies, by the way. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said.
No, but I don't believe this is a proof of the supernatural. The only thing you've demonstrated is that people are making proclamations about different empires. I think they're trivial prophecies. Some will fall, some will may not.
I think you're not being honest.
I want specific.
If I describe to you an empire that is literally almost wiped out, and I predict that within a certain amount of time frame, that empire is going to overthrow a massive empire.
I can say that.
If you're not impressed with that, then you're not being honest.
I'm not impressed by anybody who says. Everybody says about their opponents that they're going to fail.
Do you accept that if that prophecy went wrong, Islam would have been?
No, because I don't think.
You don't accept that.
I don't think these. I think these prophecies to a penny.
No. Jordan's point is, though, if any of the prophecies are falsified, it would be then reasonable for somebody to say that is not supernatural.
No, because
that can't be from God.
The problem is when they do go wrong, the people who say there were special ad hoc. You might not. There were special ad hoc problems with this prophecy.
Or they change them afterwards.
Or they change the goalposts.
Or the prophecies actually are recorded later.
Christians have been saying the second coming is going to happen for 2,000 years.
Well, Paul was saying, sell all your stuff, he's coming right now.
Exactly. It never happened.
And it never happened.
But it never... So it's unfalsifiable. They change
so when things don't happen...
How do you...
But with this policy, we've given you a time frame.
You haven't given me any time frame about anything.
You've got to let us...
Except some Roman thing that happened.
You have to let us speak, okay, as well. Okay,
you have to come up with... I've asked for it.
You're not giving us a chance to...
Can I try one more, Abbas?
You're not giving us a chance.
No, I want to go on something you said. You said scientists said, what about the solar system?
But the sun and the earth revolving around.
You said so that scientists used to believe that
people generally believe.
The culture
believe that the sun revolved around the earth.
That's right, yes.
Which they believed at that time, right?
And it was reasonable.
Yeah. If I told you that a man 1,400 years ago in the desert knew otherwise, because would that impress you, despite going against all of that?
It might impress me, but it wouldn't be proof of supernatural ability.
No, but you see,
they had a 50-50 chance of getting it right.
They had a 50-50 chance. No.
The question is this: when you do probabilities,
I know what supernatural.
Let me just finish. Let me finish my point.
Supernatural.
I think I was coming in there.
Prophets can't be.
Okay. Let me look.
Statements from the supernatural.
I feel like we could give you 100.
No. Just 1 second.
Just one.
Jordan.
Okay.
Okay. Can I just speak for 30 seconds before I'm interrupted? Please, just 30 seconds. How probabilities work is that, so for example...
Not if you're supernatural.
See, look, you haven't given me 30 seconds to speak. You can't help yourself, can you?
I can't.
So look, the thing is, right, Jordan, right? The odds of winning the lottery are like 14 million to 1 or whatever, right? Now, the odds of winning it 2 weeks in a row would become outrageously improbable. It wouldn't be, right? So it wouldn't be 14 million, it might be like 2 billion to 1 or something, because that's how probabilities, they compound, they become highly improbable the more you add to it.
So what?
So if you say a person wins the lottery for the whole year 52 times in the year, in every week, it would be a figure probably with zeros that would end up on the other side of the universe. And so when you have a man in a desert in the 7th century who makes multiple prophecies.
Give me one.
Just 1 second. Let me make my point first.
One.
Let me make
I've
my
been here half an hour.
Let me make my point first.
One specific
Let me finish my point first. When he makes multiple prophecies,
give me one,
and none of them are falsified, the probabilistic analysis of such an event would be inconceivable for it to be guesswork.
If there are so many, give me one. Give me one.
So I'm giving you another one.
Give me one.
So I'll give you another one. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that there will be a great wealth that will come out of the ground of the Middle East, of Arabia, that they will become rich, and he predicted from the ground. He predicted.
Did he say it was
that
oil? Did he use the word oil?
No, he didn't. No.
Petroleum?
No.
Did he use
then
carbon?
Please, let me just make another point, right? The Prophet said, peace be upon him, that the barefooted Bedouin will compete with one another to build lofty towers. Now the companion said that these Bedouins are the desert folk. They live in tents. They're not the noble, the rich. In fact, what you find is that the lineage of the ones who are in rulership today of the Middle East are indeed the offspring of those Bedouins.
Is this your best example?
And you find and they will compete with one another to build lofty towers.
Is this your best example of the supernatural?
What I'm saying to you is that when you add dozens upon dozens, hundreds of prophecies like this.
Is this your best? Give me your best shot.
I've just given you the one.
You think it's the best one?
I've given you the one in the Quran about Rome.
Look, I want the best one.
Look, I am not being convinced of the Quran being supernatural is not because of just prophecies.
What's your best piece of evidence? Best piece of evidence, yes. Best proof that the supernatural is real.
My best evidence would be the Quran itself.
The best shot.
My evidence.
Just a book.
You're not even allowed. You ask me a question.
I keep asking for the best piece of evidence.
And then when I open my mouth to give you the evidence,
give me one.
You're already making.
What was Abbas's? What did he say to you about the gold, the oil and stuff? Can you repeat what he said? I just want to check if you're
listening.
Well, there's a prophecy in the Quran.
Yeah, what did he say?
The Prophet Muhammad that great riches
would come out of the ground.
Yeah. I had to help him on that.
I see. So it came out of the ground. And what else did Abbas say?
Well, that's what he said.
You talk about the tall buildings, didn't you? You mentioned the.
Fine, but I mean, essentially,
he's not listening.
No.
He doesn't care.
No, but the point is,
we
can all play this game.